guys, what's going on? Welcome to Run and Drive. Thank you so much for clicking for the next video. Basically what we're going to do today is take off the old hood that's on the car, put in the new hood, and pretty much show you the entire process. Also, what we're going to do on top of that is take off the front bumper and pretty much give it a little bit of a look around and see what's wrong with it, see the parts that we can reuse on the new bumper that's getting painted. So without further ado, let's get to work and let me show you what it's all about. So moving on to the next part, we're going to dismantle some of the old hood hinges here. Along with the old hood, we are taking off the right hinge. As you guys can see on the orange side over there, that means it's damaged. So as we take off the old right side hood hinge, we're going to put in a brand spanking new one right here on the right. Moving along to the left side, we're going to take off the left side over here too, as it is equally as bad as the right one. The left side also is going to receive a brand new one on the left, as it is also marked with an orange color that it is damaged. So it is very important on this step that both of the hinges sit properly on their old respective holes, meaning where you took off the old hinges, you have to make sure that you put them on correctly as they were, or else the hood will not sit correctly and it will look off with major gaps between left, right. So now as we were dragging the freshly painted hood from the paint booth, it is time to put it on the car. As you guys can tell, we have to be very careful to maneuver around the entire area as to not hit anything in the way and mess up this beautiful black hood. The underside of it got painted, as we want to make sure that when you open the hood, it is not red like it is on the front, rather it's nice and black as the rest of the car. So the hood is looking absolutely amazing here. We got the two gas struts in, got to make sure that they are all great, but we also ran into one small problem here, and here it is. Quick caveat here, so in the next clip you will not see the hood on the car, and that's due to the fact that the very bottom of the hood was actually touching the top of the front bumper when we were trying to pull it out. So in case, to preserve our paint, we had to just remove the hood quickly to make sure that we didn't mess anything up on their beautiful paint. So back to the video. Alright, with that out of the way, moving on to the front bumper. So here what we had to do is obviously disconnect the wheel well splash guard from the bumper. It had a couple of screws and fasteners that we had to remove in order to make sure that we can take off the entire bumper assembly safely. So moving to the top of the bumper, there was a good amount of different bolts and fasteners that we had to remove. As you guys see in the next clip coming up, this is exactly how it looked. So we took apart the front bumper. It was quite a challenge. As you guys can see, the first and foremost is that we had to start with the winglets here. There was another piece of it that was actually looked like this. This was a three-piece. So this was the middle portion. There's the two sides portion that kind of went under the bumper in order to not scrape the bumper. It worked more as a protectant, right? So then moving on, I had to undo the entire underbody side from all the bolts. I think there was like, this is not even the half of it, to be honest with you. There's many more bolts here. I have some bolts over here on the Mustang just laying, but yeah, this is all the remnants that actually came from when the car got hit. So we're gonna clean it up, make sure that we don't lose any of the bolts that are still in here, because there's quite some time. So now going back to the bumper. So here's the bumper in all of its glory. Damage here on the side, this thing popped off. So it is still in pretty good condition, but what we can salvage is obviously the emblems, Jaguar logo. This mesh grill is in perfect condition still. Also, what's very important is these vents. These vents are actually good, except obviously this one right here, which I may have to actually grab. But these vents look pretty good, except I fell over here. But this one is good. This is actually a separate vent, if you guys can tell. What's also really nice about this is that the sensors are all in good working condition. So there are a couple things that I have to actually replace on this bumper, get them new, but for the most part I'm very happy that a lot of the innards and the inside of the bumper were actually intact. So coming along the end, let me raise this up so I can show you guys the sensors and the plastics, the reinforced plastics that go on the rear of the bumper. What's really good is the fact that all of this stuff is intact, because in and of itself this bumper is extremely expensive. With all the insides and everything, it is around $3,000 for everything, and that's not painted, and it's brand new from the dealer. So I'm very happy that we were able to salvage this entire bumper to put on the Jag. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching today. We're almost to the finish line. Next up will be getting the entire body work prepped, getting the hood prepped. I'll walk you guys around a little bit of what's being done to the car on the outside to get it all nice and ready for paint. So we'll cover that next. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe the video if you'd like to see some more of this Jag. Again, thank you so much for everything. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.